Welcome, everyone. Hope everyone's having a fine day today. We are live now. Today we're going to be picking up on the SEO idea. It was initially called auto SEO, and now we're talking about rank first. Um, so that's what it's called. We got the domain last time. It's rankfirst.co. Anyway, so the high level idea, just to recap for everybody here, is basically this is your marketing, your content marketing on autopilot. So all you got to do is give us your URL. We crawl your website, figure out what product or service you're serving, and then the geographic location, and then we start generating blog posts for you. So we come up with an SEO strategy, and then once you approve the strategy, we start generating blog posts, like really high quality blog posts, and automatically publishing it to your site on a set schedule. And the beauty of this process is that it's all automatic, so you don't have to do anything yourself. And the integration process with Next.js or other platforms uh, is ridiculously simple. It's beautifully simple. I'm going to show you what that looks like here. It's basically just adding a snippet, one snippet to your next config, which says, hey, by the way, if anybody hits the blog section, you know, launch the page from rankfirst.co slash, whatever your domain is. Um,
The
and
secret to
then
the
it
trade, yeah.
and then it retrieves the posts from our hosted platform and then displays it on your domain. That's the beauty of it. It's displayed on your domain. Google, your domain is what gets ranked on Google, and you don't have to manage any of it yourself. That's it. Like this is the integration. That's it. Like you paste 5 lines of code to your next config, and you have a full-blown freaking blog that auto updates that you never have to touch. Nuts. And then you
It's
start
like
getting all of that juicy SEO traffic. You don't have to do anything. It's fully managed for you. It's crazy.
it's like Medium, but with
It's
your
like,
own
yeah,
ownership.
yeah, exactly. It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, so basically what I did is I'm gonna confess. I actually did some work on this yesterday. Okay. Yeah, I was too excited. I couldn't hold myself. I have to confess. I did some work on this yesterday. It was probably like an hour, maybe an hour and a bit. And basically what I did was I just got things going, Like I took the stuff that we had done in the test repo, like the proof of concept, and then I applied it to the rank first repo and
Okay.
got it deployed to app.rankfirst.co. So now, if you hit app.rankfirst.co, um,
But what
s-
did you how did you go about the keyword volume?
no, I didn't do that. I didn't do that, man.
Okay.
So basically, what I did
I
is I skipped over that part and I
so
asked
do
a
we
GPT to come up with a strategy for the SEO part um, without having to. Where is it? Let me see. Let me see what we got. So I had a table here. Okay, so but basically, I took an example which was Mint pH, right? And my idea was, all right, let's basically have it generate a strategy um, based on what it already knows, and then I copy pasted a bunch of data from Mint, from Ahrefs, right? Keyword data and blah blah, and then it came up with a strategy, um, and sort of like a short-term, medium-term, long-term strategy for how to get started. And even mention like, okay, here are the things you need to do for quick wins initially, and then you go after middle volume, and then authority and aspirational, and then it talks about like what that's going to look like. And Yeah, so I was like, all right, this is perfect. So now, um, it's basically skipping over that question of how we get that keyword data. We still haven't figured it out. Um, and I'm hoping that we will figure it out, but at least it's not a blocker right now. So we'll figure
Yeah, yeah.
everything else out, and then, we'll come back to this issue of how do we get keyword data.
I've been looking at different keyword providers, and like it all circles back to SME Rush,
SEMrush, yeah.
and yeah, it seems like even SM Rush outranks Href when it comes to the data, based on what people are actually, based on people's experiences.
Yeah, and keyword volume. I
Uh,
think keyword volume like has 10 billion plus
yes,
keywords, versus Ahref, I think, which is a billion.
yeah. So, like we can go by. Initially, I think we can skip over the keyword because I think I didn't feel like there wasn't a way for us to actually just use the keyword section to reduce the costs. Uh, I mean the keyword service that is. But there are other services like they claim to have like SpyFu. I think it's called SpyFu. They claim to
Bro,
have
maybe we bite
keyword.
the bullet and then we do the 500 a month. Maybe, like for a few months just to sort of test it out and see if we can get, at least maybe 1,000 or 1,500 MRR. Because if we do, like again, we're targeting sort of startups, so I think they'd be okay paying like 1,000 a month. So if we can get even one customer paying us like 500 or 1,000 a month, like that already covers this bill. So I wouldn't worry too much about it if it's just a question of money, because it's solvable. Like it's not like some technical issue. It's just a question of paying up.
Mm.
So yeah, okay, whatever. Like, we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. Maybe we'll do 1 month, see if we can figure it out. And then if we can't, whatever, it doesn't matter. But at least, we give it a good shot.
All right, let's see.
Yeah. So again, like it comes back to figure out the rest of this stuff, and then at least this is no longer a blocker. And then we'll
Hmm.
come back to it later, and we can just sort of button it up. Um, So I was thinking
So in
about, yeah,
terms of
so basically
the
what I did yesterday, let me just do a quick recap. So I set up a Postgres database. So let me walk you through how this works. This is the rank first repo, and the rank first repo is app.rankfirst.co. And the idea is like you would have customers, and each customer would be like a domain. So we would set them up in the database here. So under customer, we currently only have mint.ph as an example. Um, and so, we would set up their ID. And then for each customer, they would have a blog. And then under blogs, you would have posts. So all of the posts would be rendered by this page here. And we also have a sitemap as well. So we automatically generate your sitemap for you. And that's based on the posts that exist for that particular customer. So we only have two tables in the database. It's customer and post. And obviously, each post has a slug. It's associated with a customer, and it has like the actual MDX content, as well as the title. Maybe we'll add a meta description as well, and some other stuff like an OG image or something. But I just sort of got started with the basics here. And so whenever
the
you
the
add
the
a
uh,
new database entry, yeah, what was your question?
the tracking is out of scope. Yeah,
Tracking?
yeah.
What do you mean?
Tracking post performance. Yeah, got it.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's out of scope.
yeah, yeah, okay, okay.
Yeah, we'll yeah. I mean, there are a lot of things that we have to exclude for this MVP. Uh, and then
So
also
for the
like
images, it would be like base 64 within the post itself. Yeah.
No, we can actually have URLs. Um, so we can have URLs, or we can use like referenced images in the public directory. Next.js supports like a public directory, so we can just create a public folder here, and then any images we put inside this public folder are self-hosted, or we can use, any other host we like. Like it's up
Okay.
to us. Yeah. And so yeah, you just have like a customer table and then a post table with customers. So whenever we want to create a new post, you just have to enter a new
So we have
database
a
entry
customer
with the MDX
ID.
content, and that's it. Like, that automatically creates the new post. It
Mhm.
gets so it'll show up in the sitemap whenever the new sitemap is requested, and then whenever the user accesses this URL, it should work. So I'll show you how this works here. So if I do npm run dev, this is mint bh. So this is the customer the customer site, and then this is rank first, which is our host,
Host, yeah.
which is on 3001. So whenever we go to like localhost 3000 and then do so let's go here. I have to open it in incognito for some reason because it doesn't work otherwise. So if I go to like sitemap.xml, oh, it's using rank first. So
Um,
yeah, we don't want to be using rank first. So let me just go back to, I think I updated it to use rank first because I wanted to push it to production. So let's just see. All right, so you look at next config. Yeah, it's using rank first, so I'm just gonna make it use localhost 3001. All right, so run again,
3000.
and now when we go back here, um, so blog/sitemap.xml. It's still doing that. Let's open it again. Localhost blog sitemap.xml. So basically, what it's doing is under sitemap, it's retrieving all of the posts from the database and then generating the sitemap XML on the fly.
For that
I have
particular
Postgres running. We do. Why is it so
for that
slow?
particular customer.
Yeah, you can see it got it for that
I
particular
think
customer, and this is these are the posts that are available. Right now, we only have a single post, which is sample post. And so you can see, mint.bh/blog/sample post. Um, and if we try to access it here, like sample post, we should render the sample post.
so. So how does the so for the XML file? Nice, inshallah. For the XML file, is that like a one? Okay, so for each customer, there is an XML file, a sitemap.
Yeah, automatically generated per customer. Because you can see
Yes,
sitemap is inside the customer directory.
customer. Yeah,
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 yeah. So it knows the customer from the URL that gets requested.
so basically, the customer signs up, they automatically get a sitemap. And then once they create a post, two posts, the sitemap gets updated, the posts are stored in the database for that particular customer.
Yeah.
Um,
So we can do so if you wanted to
Identified
create
by the
another
ID.
post, if you wanted to create another post, so this would be like Hayat 2. This would be second sample post and then sample post
Two.
2. If I save and then I refresh here,
They will
uh,
see localhost 3000, which is
we
supposed to be
should
their sitemap.
see, yeah, the second
Hmm.
post was added here. And then if I access it through sample post 2, it gets displayed
Yeah.
properly. And if I access some random stuff, it just shows a 404.
4-4. Nice, beautifully done. This is bellissimo.
Yeah, so that's basically it.
We just need to now to generate the content and then try to match. Um, so according to the scope, um, we need to do. So how do we display the strategy to the user? Like, do we display it the same way GPT present it, or do we
Yeah,
like
so
format it a
I'll
little
show you
bit
what the
like
strategy looks concretely. So when I asked it to generate a strategy for Mint after feeding it, like, so first I asked it to
keywords
generate a
and
strategy before providing it with any keyword data. And so I just said, suggest some keywords I can use based on a strategy that you think is most likely to work. Think deeply before coming up with a plan. So it came up with a strategy, which is, oh, you need to have conversion pages, authority hub, blah, blah, why it should work, long tail, geogranularity, and then it came up with a bunch of keywords. I then took the keywords and then I fed it into Ahrefs, and then got the keyword data, and then pasted it in. And that's how it came up with like the final strategy, which is what we're looking at here, which is all right, let's start with quick wins and then mid volume, sort of mid difficulty, and then work our way up the sort of difficulty spectrum. And I love this approach because, it means that you can start, it just makes so much sense, It's saying like start with why do you want to start with the easy ones? Because, it's low keyword difficulty and clear buying intent. Small numbers, but every click is a qualified lead. So it's sort of low-hanging fruit. Um, and that's exactly what you want. So set up those, basic pages. And then it says, all right, now you're going to go to the more difficult ones, which have more volume. And here it's going to be harder, but because you already have the basics in place, you're more likely to rank for some of these more difficult terms. And it tells you about the interlink and all that stuff. And even, if you want to generate like other languages, um, and then it even talks about like content cadence, how many you want to post each month, and then your 90-day target. So yeah, it just makes like total as a strategy. That's what I kind of imagine is like, you just enter your website, it figures out like the service, it figures out what keywords to target. Those keywords, we hit some sort of API like the SEMrush API so that we can um, so that we can figure out like what the volume and difficulty is, and then it's just a matter of integrating that data back and then updating the strategy
and
accordingly.
timing it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I feel like I want to use it now.
Yeah, exactly. It's exciting, and that's why like I
Yeah,
was, we can try and solve it in the abstract sense, but I feel like what is probably more important is actually generating page. Like I want to integrate this into
yeah,
mint.bh as an example, just to kind of see like how the process works. Uh, so that way we're not just, working on some abstract solution for some abstract client. It's like, no, we actually want to get this working, and then, figure out like how we can fix the quirks and, any bugs directly there inside, inside the like that
and
particular use
test.
case. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, just give me a sec. Trying to fix tiny issue off screen here. Let me see. What do you think would be the next step?
The next step would be we need to do the strategy generator. I think it adds a lot of value. It's a very explicit value. like you getting an idea of what the strategy looks like boosts your confidence in this tool.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Because after the
100%.
strategy generation of posts, I think it's I won't say it's straightforward. I know there will be some, considerations we have to, uh, we have to consider several aspects to posts, but I think the strategy is the critical first step.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Hmm.
But how do we present it? Like, okay, so for now, the keywords thing has a major role, like has a major contribution to the strategy.
Uh, Sorry, man. Just give me a sec. Um,
Take your time, my man. Take your time.
and it's like every time I try to submit a CR name, it gets rejected for some stupid reason. It's driving me insane, man. And then it takes them like 3 days just to respond each time. It's ridiculous. I think you're muted. You want privacy.
Have no
Oh,
mistake. Have you heard of Neil Patel?
yeah, of course. That big spammer. For
Okay,
some
so it's
reason, he
supposed
has
to be
that
a.
reputation.
Uh, he has a tool called Uber Suggest.
Uber suggest?
Yeah, take a look at it.
Let me fire up Uber suggest. It sounds scammy, like even the name Freak Research.
Oh, I was very proud of
Keyword
his
suggestions, SEO
tools.
difficulty. Okay. Does that have an API?
He has no, he doesn't have an API, but his picture is everywhere, like in his service. Like on every turn, there is a picture of him.
Oh my
Check out the
God.
pricing.
Pricing. Let's see. It goes to neilpatel.com.
Yeah,
Oh, his face
no
is all
Patel.
over. Yeah, it's crazy.
He compares himself to Ahref and the CM Rush.
Huh. Hmm. It sounds interesting.
But it doesn't have an API. Like there's no API. Neil Patel.
Interesting. Can I get, I mean, he has a question and it says, can I get API access? And it says, we don't have any API access plans available at the moment. You could probably sign up for the thing and then, like, just do uh, dev console, like, inspect and then figure out, like, what API requests are being sent and then just, use it as an API. Probably do that actually. 300 searches a day for 20 a month. Hmm. I mean, if it's decent, like it's a question of like data quality, right?
Yes,
That's
that
the
I
big
couldn't
question.
really.
Maybe he's signed up to like a SEMrush API and then
And then
he
he,
uses
yeah,
the API to power his own thing. Maybe that's what's going on. I mean, I don't
that's what
think that
I
would be
think of.
beneath him. All right, okay. All right. Cool.
Strategy.
So strategy, right? Okay. So the idea is you come up with a strategy. I mean, that's actually super easy. It's just a simple prompt, right? We just have to come up with the prompt. I think last time we set up N8N and then we got stuck when it came to
Keywords. We
the
stopped with the
keyword.
keywords. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we got stuck last time. So we managed to do the crawl using fire crawl, and then we were gonna do the SEO lookup and feed it into the agent, but obviously that got complicated. So we're gonna let's ditch the agent. We already got the extract business info. So yeah, we get the info that we need, um, and then we're just gonna ask it to basically just duplicate this, right? Um, we're gonna say, all right, generate strategy, SEO strategy. Um, so we will collect the business information that we have from the site. Um, I guess we could generate. We could either generate keywords or generate the strategy. If we generate keywords, then we feed it into the tool, get back the keyword difficulty, um, and then. I'm
Feed
trying to
it to the
think like
strategy.
how you update the strategy based on the keyword data. So it's almost like you would, I mean, you can't really have a strategy if you don't have the keyword data. Like the keyword
Yes.
data informs the strategy. So I think you should generate keywords first and then do the strategy.
Yeah, the keywords come first.
Yeah. Um, but how do you get keywords for the site, right? I mean, you can do it in a vacuum, so just sort of try and figure it out on your own. If it's a new page, which is what it's most likely to be, I don't know. Is it most likely to be a new page? I don't know. Maybe that's a safe assumption.
Like ChatGPT can figure it out. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it can. It can come up with like a bunch of keywords. Um,
Like we
generate
can. I think
keywords.
we can do with ChatGPT for now, and then we could enhance it as interest build up. We can enhance it to use SME Rush or something.
Yeah, right now we don't have SEMrush, so we'll just assume we're going to be using GPT throughout or an LLM, and then uh, we'll enhance it with keyword data later. So generate keywords. So here we're going to say, all right, clear description. All right, so we know what the so at this point, like we would actually share it to the user. Like we'll display it to the user. The user verifies that the information that we extracted is makes sense. Like this is, actually what, their product is, or, the customers that they're targeting. We display it to the user. We do like some basic verification, and then we generate keywords. So for the keyword generation, we could just use GPT to come up. Uh, Draft a prompt that I can feed to an LLM to generate likely SEO keywords based on a domain, the product or service that the business offers, their geography, and the target customer profile. Okay. Um, yeah, that should be good. And then we just map it to the data that we had from before. So generate keywords and then generate SEO strategy. So this is work. This should work. This should work pretty well. Let's see what we come up with. You're an elite SEO strategy. It's live domain, a concise product or service. Okay. Scan the domain. Well, okay. No, we're not gonna do that. Okay, then whoa, okay. No. Oof. Keyword difficulty rationale. Whoa, okay. Hmm.
Do you think it can fill that? Uh,
No,
it
it would
can
need
respond to
tools.
that prompt? Mm.
It's making assumptions about what the difficulty is. And maybe that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's okay. So yeah, let's just feed it. Output exactly in Markdown. I hate how it keeps breaking the formatting. So you have like different blocks here. Anyway,
Like Notion.
yeah. So we have insert URL. This is going to be the domain, which comes from form submission. Okay, maybe we just need to save it and then run this and then crawl. It's taking so long, right? And then extract this info. Okay, so now we should be able to map it. Cool. So domain is going to be this one. Okay. And then product or service. Okay, so this is actually JSON. We need to parse. Okay, so extract biz info should parse this to JSON. How do we do that? Um, uh, the, how do you change the output? So maybe we do JSON parsing after. Oh, I guess we need to add another node to parse.
So JSON.
I don't know if they have a JSON thing. Edit fields, I guess, or information extractor. Okay, edit fields. Okay, biz info to JSON. So this is just going to be, um, actually, I think this is going to be code. I'm not sure how we're going to parse the JSON automatically. I know they have parsers. Um, parse invert. What? Come on, man. I mean, this should be information extractor.
So it's JSON.parse.
Yeah, but
HTTP request.
we need to remove the JSON crap at the beginning. Like when it outputs this JSON thing. So we need to somehow remove it. I know if you're using this is no, this is overkill. So if you're using AI, like there's AI agent, I think, then you can add a parser, or you can define the output that you expect, and then it would work. So here you can say, where is it? Come on, define below. It's probably like the chat model. You do OpenAI chat model, and then you say output. Where is the output? There's an output parser, or maybe that's a tool. Ah, require specific output, and then you would select an output parser. Yeah. Okay. And then you return data in a defined JSON format. So this is how it would work. You can add an output parser. So I think we should just use this instead of that one. So we just take the prompt. So we remove this. Here we just say so inside here we would define the system message. Where is it? And this was 4.0, right? Yeah. AI agent, system message, and then we will replace it with this. Okay. Um, cool. And then the output format we've already set. Um, and then the output format would return the format that we need, which is going to be, what was the format we defined? Um, it's going to be a product or service. So we give it an example output, product. So I guess product, what the business offers, either a product or a service, whether a product. Okay, target customer, and then geography. So product, um, SEO services, um, customer, SMBs. Example. All right. So this will tell us, so product, customer, and geography. So we'll take that same output and then feed it into here. Uh, Generate from JSON example. Okay. Uh, so yeah, this should work. Let me just make sure that we're prompt user message. No. Okay. So we don't need, oh, it's required. Okay, so maybe in this case, like we can just ask the website content as the user message. So here it's just going to be, okay, all right, that's it. So this is going to be extract business or biz info. Okay, all right, let's test it out. So the model should be OpenRouter GPT-4o. Yeah, yeah, okay, let's run. Okay, we should have structured output. Ah, beautiful. So product, bespoke land design, landscape design, and premium pool construction services. Okay. Yeah, very nice. Cool. This is great. All right. So now we're getting JSON output, and then we can finally feed it into this thing, right? So similarly, we're gonna do for generate keywords, we're just gonna feed it we're just gonna feed it a duplicate of this. So we're gonna feed that, and then we're gonna say generate keywords
Keywords.
and feed in the prompt that we had from over here. Okay, so the system message is going to be this, and then we're going to say, all right, we'll feed in the URL from before. Okay, and then product or service, that's going to be the description we had from over here. Geography, that's going to be here. Target customer, that's this. Follow in order, keep answers short, no commentary outside required formats. Derive the core themes, products. Okay, all right. Uh, Identify competitor sites. Oh, I don't think we can expect. Oh,
So
is
let's see
that
what
gonna?
it does.
Hmm. And notice there are obvious head terms. No, that it can't do that. It's not going to be able to do that unless we're using like a model that has access to the web, like
Hmm.
uh, like
Just like that
Gemini.
Google.
Man, this even then, I don't think it's. I don't know. Maybe this could have access to the web. I don't know if it's using the. I don't know. Maybe it could access the web if we use, yeah, a model. I'm not sure. Like I know the OpenAI models come with a web tool if you use the response format. But I'm not sure if this would work with any N. So maybe we need to experiment with this. We'll try different models and then see, like, check the thinking logs to see if it's actually doing a search. High value head terms, mid-tail variations, long tail brand protecting, and then annotate each keyword in the table with blah blah, remove duplicates or ultra high difficulty items, ensure at least 25% explicitly reflect geography, remove any keyword whose meaning conflicts with the target customer's values. Oh, that's a nice little touch there. That's a nice one. Output exactly in Markdown. Okay, and then I guess we could just copy recommended SEO keywords, and then the table, and then wrap. Oops. So just copy that and then paste at the wrap up. After the table, add a one paragraph summary. Do not invent imaginary data about the business beyond the inputs. Volume can be estimated heuristically. Note if speculative. Stay concise and organized. Okay, very nice. Okay, very good. This is nice. I think this is a good prompt. Um, I don't know if it's going to work, but yeah, it's a good prompt. So we could try it with a different. Okay, let's see. Let's see. We're not going to give it the website content. So what information are we going to give it? Proceed or begin. Oh, yeah, yeah. We need a chat model. Um, yeah. Let's see. Um, oh, we're using OpenRouter. What if we do OpenAI and then we do GPT-4? Oh, oh, it has search preview. Okay. Oh, is this a new one? Wow.
Search preview.
I don't know what that is, but okay, let's try it out. Okay. Um, right, so this one, and then we have an output parser. We're not going to use an output parser, I think, for this one, so let's just run it. Oh,
Yeah,
incompatible.
web search queries. The 4.0 search preview.
Model
It does
incompatible.
a search
No,
preview.
requires. Okay.
Web search queries with the chat completion API. Blah blah blah.
Hmm. I don't know why it's giving me an error. I'm guessing some of the options. Model incompatible request arguments applied. Frequency penalty and presence penalty temperature. But they didn't supply those arguments. So it's giving some sort of default value, maybe. I didn't give those values. Hmm. Okay. We'll switch to Open Router and then see if there are any. I think the Gemini ones support search. Let's try again. All right, we got some output. Yo, we got some output. Let's do, not really sure how to see that. Maybe a Markdown live yeah, Markdown live preview. What's that gonna look like? Oh, yo, where's the, oh, it's the slash n. It's a minute off. So we just gotta slash n. So what we want to do is slash n with slash n. All right, where's the preview? Down live preview. All right, so
Hmm.
uh let's see. I mean, it's got Bahrain and like all of them. So just making up volume.
Is it making up volume?
Yeah, it's making it all up, man. There's no, I don't think there's no way it actually knows what the volume is. So you look at the logs, okay, the output. It's just rubbish, man. I don't know. Like, I mean, it gives you the format that you want, but you know the data is rubbish. There's no way any of this is real. It's all medium difficulty. It's all transactional. It's all made up. My idea would be, all right, let's get keywords, and this would depend on the API. Like maybe you can get high-level keywords that you search, and then the keyword API that we integrate with makes suggestions for relevant keywords. That's how it works with Ahrefs, right?
It's
It's
rough.
like
Yeah,
you come up with a few keywords, and then you look at the results, and then you try to find, relevant keywords based on
yeah,
those.
yeah.
That's how you come up with your keyword list, right? Maybe you can use AI to come up with like a more comprehensive list, but you need to validate like the actual volume and difficulty figures. Intent maybe can
Exactly.
generate on its own, but volume difficulty is rubbish. Like this is useless. So that would be the benefit of having an API is come up with the keywords, like just brainstorm a bunch of keywords, check them with the API, see what the actual volume is, and then come up with a strategy based on real volume numbers. Yeah, this is useless. This is a waste of time, man. Like instead of just asking the LLM to come up with volumes and difficulty and intent, I'd like you to just generate a bunch of keywords that I will then feed into a keyword search API to get the actual data for volume, difficulty, and intent. No search volume difficulty or intent. The user will fetch those. Keep the list tightly relevant to the inputs and avoid duplication. Crawl and skim the domain. What? Bro, what do you mean crawl and skim the domain? Okay, maybe instead of doing it in two steps, like, getting product, service, geography, whatever, yeah, we feed it. Don't ask the LLM to crawl the website. I will provide you with the markdown content for the website. Just give me the list of keywords. So we have the markdown content. We can just feed the markdown content into the prompt and then, okay. All right. Very
Generate
nice.
post titles.
Read
Yeah,
website
the
content to
strategy.
extract core themes, any brand names. Okay. Generate 40 to 60 grouped as okay. Um, all lowercase, no punctuation. All right. Okay. No metrics, commentary, extra, blah, blah. Okay. This is nice. This is nice. All right. This is good. This is nice. I like this. Let's take this and then what we want to do is we'll feed the website content. Okay, yeah, 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 we'll do this. So let's go ahead and paste that in. Uh, product or service is this. We'll do website content in the user message. And then psychographic snapshot. Whoa,
What's the psychographic?
no idea, man. And geography is going to be this. Read website content. Okay. All right. This looks good. I didn't give it the domain though. Okay. Maybe that's okay. Maybe it's not. I'm not sure. I still figure it out. So, and then I'll put the domain in here. Which is gonna come from here. And then all markdown content. Okay. And then here we're gonna give it the markdown content, which we get from here. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Let's give it a shot. Let's test it. Okay. Right, so output, let's see if the output is any good. So we need to replace that with that. Let's see. What are we seeing? So primary is bespoke landscape design, premium pool construction, luxury. All right, pretty decent. Outdoor entertainment. And then, all right, high-end, how to design luxury, long tail, comprehensive garden, designing patios and pergolas. Oh, it's pretty good. Mint landscape. Okay, yeah, pretty decent.
Outdoor entertainment.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if this is good. Because I think these are good keywords. Like we can take the keywords. Um, so basically just delete all of these headings and take the keywords and then feed them into Ahrefs. Let's see. if we actually see volume for these keywords. So we go to Keywords Explorer, feed all of these. What's with the stars?
I think domain names.
I would have just add random stars, whatever. And then this, all right. So search. This is the actual request.
API called.
Yeah. So you have 50 keywords. Search volume is 0. Bro, all of them return 0? It's rubbish. Maybe they're not general enough. So this would have been useless, at least for, for this example. Maybe in a country where, I mean, global search volume is 11K, so probably would have been better. But you can compare this to the keyword list that I had put together, which are more general ones.
But they're not very specific to Bahrain.
Yeah, this search volume for Bahrain is 930. Global search volume is 1 million. I mean, I put the country as Bahrain, so it is Bahrain. Because these are way more general, right? You would expect
Very
these to be way
general,
more difficult, yeah. But for a country of Bahrain size, maybe it's achievable.
especially landscape, Bahrain landscape.
Hmm. Thing is, like we're trying to make it a one-way street. Like you don't interact with the keyword API. You just like use it to get data. Um, but that's not going to be good for coming up with target keywords. There's got to be a back and forth. It's like you're going to feed some keywords, you're going to get some suggestions back, and then you need to filter down the suggestions, maybe explore them a little bit more, go wider, go more narrow. Um, and based on like a few back and forths, you come up with like the actual keyword list. Maybe that's what needs
Mm.
to happen. And that's why I think it makes more sense to have an agent where you give the agent access to a tool that lets it do queries for specific keywords. And that way it could, query multiple times to, figure out the volume for the keywords. And then the agent itself could then decide, all right, these are good keywords, these are not good keywords. I need to exclude these. I need to expand or go narrower. I suspect it would be able to do that pretty effectively. So I saw a human in the loop. Oh, that's not a tool. SEO. Not. SERP API? What is that? SERP API. Search in Google. No, we need so yeah, there's no way around it. Like we're gonna need access to an API, and then if we want it to be effective, otherwise you can come up with a strategy and you can probably execute on this strategy. The thing is, like, it's not going to be an informed strategy. It's just going to be a strategy that might or might not work because you don't have the data. So if we're actually going to implement this, I think, there's no way around like just having API access uh, or automating like a way of doing this sort of check. I'm not actually sure. Let me just check with GPT. So I had a chat where I was talking to it about SEO tools. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how we can effectively make um, rank first work using a keyword API tool like Ahrefs. And the idea is that we would need to generate keywords, but then we would need to go wider or go more narrow based on actual keyword volume and difficulty data. And I'm struggling to see how we can make this work with LLMs that actually generate the keywords and then interact with the keywords API in order to get data and then expand or contract the list of keywords based on the data that we're getting back. Do you have any ideas for how we can do that? I'll look for solutions. It's searching for solutions. It's searching the web for solutions. I don't want you to search solutions. Ping pong until you have the right size, right quality list of targets. Pay as you go, bulk 1000 keyword, KD, volume queries, generous filter. Needs a bit more parsing. $50 per 100K. Okay. Bulk keyword difficulty keywords for site. Okay. 60 requests a minute hard cap. No bust ceiling. Okay. 20K keyword lookups a month for small sets. Start on data SEO, abstract behind an interface so you can swap in Ahrefs later. Crawler, topic extractor, LLM, generate less than or equal 50 search queries for my type before buying, upload JSON list, and then okay. Expand prompt, return array of your existing MDX. Oh, okay. You know, I'm struggling with like I'm struggling to make this perfect, to make this ideal. I think there's some sort of ideal outcome, but there's also like an 80% outcome that would be good enough, you know? And we just need to figure out like what the good enough solution is, not the ideal solution. This would be the ideal solution. You know, this would be like, all right, we're trying to make the perfect strategy. And okay, so this is how it might work. But
So
we don't want the perfect strategy.
what if we try to like, okay, we need the keywords, but do we really have to consider the volume?
Yeah, I mean,
Like
so you
let's
need to
try
know
to
that people are already searching
prioritize.
for these things, right? Volume tells
Yeah,
you
okay,
what
so
people are searching for.
all right, let's say for example, in the case of Mint landscape,
Yeah.
you've had a like you got an output, but that output isn't great enough. But primarily because Bahrain is tiny and it's expected. How would you, as the ChatGPT said it, how would you ping pong with the keywords until you get the volume you're looking for?
I mean, that would depend on, so if we were doing this manually, I would enter some broad keywords and then check the
Yeah.
volume for those broad keywords. So you can see like here by terms, you can see the total volume for like high level terms.
Yeah.
So Bahrain. design, uh, clusters. No, where is it? I guess like parent topic. If you look at landscape, you can see search volume is 350, um, and then keyword difficulty. So I guess these are the pieces of information that you would need. Keyword difficulty and search volume, as well as keyword ideas and the search volume for those. So let's say you're interested in landscape. So you look at, there's 10,800 keywords for landscape. So
Yeah,
you would take a look at all of them, find the ones that are relevant the um, to the topic. So landscape painting, for instance, is useless. You're going to discard that. Architecture, photography, jobs, like these are irrelevant. But the ones that are relevant are probably design, maybe Bahrain landscape, and then you look at the keyword data and the keyword difficulty, and then search volume, as well as intents. Like maybe intents is useful too. We don't care about global search volume unless it's a global thing. If it's not global, if it's not a global service, then you're gonna care about like the local stuff. So yeah, it's basically this, man. Like basically this stuff here. That's what you care about.
okay, let's try to uh, kind of visualize the process. So you provide your URL, and then it crawls for keywords,
Hmm.
and then those keywords gets basically researched. So we
Yeah,
research those keywords to understand what people are actually looking for and
yeah,
find relevant, let's say, good enough volume, basically.
yeah.
Okay, so assuming you supplied those keywords and then the result turned out bad, like the search volume turned out to be bad. Do you want to go back and generate other keywords, or like you want to you want to pick out of the bunch the best keyword with, I mean, the word the keyword with the best volume of the fed
It's a balance,
keywords?
right? I mean, the best volume is going to be the widest keywords, and you're not going to be able to hit those initially. So you want to start with low competition. So, short term, low competition, long tail keywords. And then medium or long term would be higher competition, shorter keywords. That's the overall sort of strategy,
Okay,
the general
so
strategy
you
that it follows.
yeah, okay, so you have a bunch of keywords that you feed into a tool like Ahref, and then the and then Ahref would give you the volume for each of the keywords.
Yeah, and
You go through
difficulty.
them, yeah, and difficulty. You go through them, and then off the bunch, you would pick like the best volume with the lowest difficulty.
Yeah,
Okay,
and then
so
feed
why
it
do
to
we need to
GPT
iterate? Why do we need to go back and ping pong, basically? Why do we need to iterate?
because the keywords that you come up with initially may be rubbish. So, I mean,
Why would
essentially,
you?
you have an endpoint which only takes keywords. So you're going to feed in keywords that you come up with. Like the list of keywords that we just came up with were rubbish. The
Yeah,
search volume was zero. So it's useless. Like the keywords are essentially useless. And then you need to come back and then go wider. So when you go wider, you probably use shorter keywords. Maybe instead of that, like you would probably start with shorter keywords and then see what the search volume is. And but again, like
but
the problem is we're thinking iteratively, right? We're thinking,
yes,
all right, I'm gonna program a for loop, and then the for loop is gonna go
yeah,
wider or more
yes,
narrow
yes, yes.
based
Here's what
on
I'm
like the
thinking.
result. But this isn't how LLMs work.
Yes. So here's what I'm thinking. what if we, in the generation of keywords, we generate a mix of small keywords and like broader keywords and very specific keywords. Like we try to generate both,
Uh-huh. I like it.
and then we feed it. It would be like one way. There is no coming back. So whatever step that takes place, we should think about it like it's one way. We're not coming back to this stage.
Okay. And then get volume, difficulty. What else was it? Intent for those keywords from API. And then, uh,
We
yeah, maybe we just do it
we
once. You're right. Maybe
yeah.
that's like sufficient. But then, yeah, okay.
We
Maybe
don't
it's
have to
enough.
think.
Like it might be enough for
No, we
Bahrain.
don't.
I don't know if this would work for like a more general case, but I
Here's
kind of
what.
feel like
Here's
that probably get you 80% of the way there.
Yes. I think initially because you started off with your website. I mean, it's your choice. Like it's you generated the content to your website. So that means the tool will generate based on what you started off with. It
Oh, I
didn't.
think we lost you
So
there for a sec.
hello,
Yeah, your
are you
internet is
following?
yeah, yeah. I'm following you, but you just got disconnected for a second.
Okay. Okay. So what I'm saying is, we generate the keywords based on the website you provide, and the website you provide has the information you put into that site. So it's your information. If you change your website, the output will change. If you didn't change the website, you shouldn't expect us to assume a better version of your website.
Yeah.
Uh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 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 I see. So basically,
Does that make sense?
instead of th this being okay, this is trying too hard. Basically, what we tell it is, your goal is, let's see, your goal is to come up with a bunch of keywords, some broad, some narrow, that can that we will then
Generic and
retrieve
specific.
the volume, com competition, and intent data for from an external API. We should target between 30 and 50 keywords. All right. Any brand names, flag later, generate 40 to 60, grouped as follows: primary, mid-tail, short head terms that it's kind of similar to what this is describing here.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Mid-tail phrases, synonyms, geo modifiers. Okay, brand related. Five. Confusingly similar to the brand, append an asterisk. Oh, so that's why I did the asterisk thing. Must include geography. Greater than or equal 25%. I don't know if this is relevant. Like, do we need to do that? No punctuation otherwise, nothing but the following markdown block. So primary, secondary, long tail, and then brand related. Okay. 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 All right. Core themes, benefits, differentiators, any brand names or proprietary terms. Primary, short head terms. Secondary. Okay. Okay. I think maybe this is sufficient. I'm kind of feeling like we should probably not use OpenAI for this. Maybe we should use the Google since, search is their whole thing, right?
Hmm.
We'll test OpenAI and then we'll test Google. and then we'll see which one works best. And the way we know which one is best is we just feed the terms that it comes up with to the Keywords Explorer and just see which one is more. Okay, so this keyword ideas. It's still doing that stupid asterisk thing. I thought we changed that. Oh, we don't need that in the example either. Test it again. All right, let's see what we got. So we come here and then we just replace p/ns and then we take all of the keywords. I mean, this is basically just adding Bahrain to the end of
Geography.
outdoor. These are decent. Anyway,
Let's give it a shot.
okay. So we'll feed it in here. All right. Search. Okay. SV 110. The only one that got, substantial volume was landscape design. That was pretty general. Actually, maybe we can tell it in the prompt. Like if it's a smaller country or geography, then go wider. Oh, yeah, maybe we can tell it that, right?
Yeah, yeah. It
It's
can't
all
tell
part
which
of
country
prompt
is.
engineering. I mean, this is what prompt engineering is. For smaller geographies, focus on more general terms. And for larger geographies, focus on narrower terms. So, okay, maybe we can do it as a rule here. So we just tell it for smaller geographies, provide more primary terms. For larger geographies, focus on secondary and long tail. Okay, let's try again. All right, that's good. Let's see if it gets us more than 110, because we got 110 initially.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can do better. Okay, all right, and let's paste that in. 110 still. So that was useless, basically. Okay, that's good to know. All right. So now we swap it out for
Google,
something like, yeah, maybe
Gemini.
Google, maybe Gemini. Yeah, I'm feeling like Gemini would probably kill. Gemini Pro 2.5 Pro latest. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's fun.
That's probably what we need right there. Let's go. So let's test this out. I mean, this is Google's playground. It should be a walk in the park.
A walk in the
So,
park.
so the number to beat is 110. That's what we're trying to
Yeah.
beat here. Let's see.
Let's do it. It's a bit slow though.
Oh, Gemini 2.5. You know what they say, right? What do they say?
What?
I mean, if it takes its time, it's
Good.
probably worth more, right? It's probably better. We'll see. We'll see if that's true here. It really is taking its time. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Let's see. What do we have here? What do we have? Let's go. All right. Oh, even the primary
Sounds
ones
like
are super detailed. Yo, this is not good. I was not expecting that. This is not good. It's not going to be a good one. I'm telling you right now. All right. So keywords. Oh my God.
yeah, my that
It's
was
not it's not general
terrible.
enough. Yeah, yeah, it's horrible. But if you do like I don't know, like no, but this is Bahrain, it wouldn't make sense to search anywhere else. It's not general enough. That's probably the problem. But I did tell it. Maybe we shouldn't tell it like how many. Maybe if we don't tell it how many, and then just let it sort of figure it out on its own. Okay. And I don't know about this geography thing. Like maybe it's not necessary. Let's try it again. Yeah, it's still
I uh,
it's not um
it's better than the first
general.
one though.
The thing is, it's appending Bahrain to everything. Why?
Yes, it is.
Maybe it assumes that we're not going to. Okay, so in here,
Doesn't
we're
know of
saying
href.
your goal is to come back with a bunch of keywords, some broad, that we will then retrieve the volume from an external API. We will also feed geography to the API, so you don't necessarily need to include it in
Initially.
the terms you generate, in the keywords you generate. How about now? Let's see if that helps. Okay, I mean, it's dropped
Bahrain.
Bahrain, custom outdoor kitchen. What?
A grill space maybe.
A weird suggestion. I mean, it's gonna be better, but it's still gonna be rubbish. What? Thief district? Pool construction? Whoa, it's very detailed.
That's very specific.
Zero search volume. It's getting worse, man.
Is this Gemini?
Yeah, it's Gemini. Maybe we need to switch it back to GPT. 4.0. I don't remember which one is supposed to be better. Maybe 4.1. Let's try this. Custom pools. Yeah, this is way better. This is 100% way better.
Let's see the numbers talk, man. Numbers.
Let's see. 60. What was the 110 we got initially? Maybe it was before I made all those modifications. What did I add? We'll also feed geography to the API, so you don't necessarily need to sort head terms that directly describe the offer. Maybe we just tell it, man. Like, wait, we haven't tried Claude. Did we not try Claude? Claude 2? Oh, it's
But
ancient,
we
man.
didn't change much. Like the only thing we changed was we removed the numbers and we added the geography. We didn't do that many changes
Yeah, that's
for it
right.
to mess up.
Hmm. Um, yeah, this is just gonna be rubbish. It's the same rubbish.
What if we tell it to like create a list of only one word keywords?
That's what I meant to do, but if you do this with like a country like the US, it doesn't make any sense. Or if it's global, it doesn't make any sense
Okay,
because
what
it's just gonna
if
be way too difficult.
what if you tell it for small countries? But what defines a small country?
Yeah, that's what I meant to do here. Just be generic and say, okay, if for smaller countries, provide more primary terms, more general primary terms to compensate for the lower search volume.
Maybe if you can go a little bit more specific when you say provide more general primary terms,
More more generic primary terms?
generic or one word keywords, whatever.
Yeah, I like that. They should do it, man. This is like so like so detailed. What were we gonna do? So just 4.0, man, like vanilla 4.0. I
Well,
think that's the one
yeah.
that did the best. That one did 110 initially. So let's just go back to that and then give it a shot. And then I think it's also a good idea to feed this to was I yeah, I want to try this with ML Invest and then kind of see the difference because ML Invest is not geographic, not specific to a particular
Specific
geography.
to country, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see how that fares. All right, so we do one more search. Please give me better than 110.
It may look, this looks better.
100. Hmm. Okay.
Still lower.
Ah, 32 keywords, 100. And then the only ones actually with volume are these.
But these are better than the other one. Like these, the results were actually better. The volume is still lower, but the actual results are better.
Oh, they're more relevant, you mean?
Yeah, yeah. The others were like painting, landscaping, whatever.
Yeah, you're right. Hmm, yeah. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Um, and then let's just try Gemini one last time with this new model, Pro 2.5. This one, right? I don't even think we need to break them up by the different types. Like we could just, you know, provide like,
Bulk
yeah, yeah.
them.
Yeah, we don't need to break them up. What's the point? Oh, we're just seeing a bunch of Bahrain there. Oh, these are good. I don't know how much of the Ahrefs quota I'm using up by doing these searches. Whoa, 150. Let's see, are they good? At your design, luxury land. Man, these are good.
That these are okay, man.
Included garden design, which seems to garden maintenance. Yeah, this seems to be pretty good. I think these are decent. I think we got a winner here. 150. That's the highest we've ever got. 55 keywords.
Yes.
Hmm. Okay. Um, all right, cool. Nice. So let's keep it at that. And so we're generating keywords now. We hmm. So we get the keyword list and then okay, so we feed it into our friend, which doesn't yet exist, and then generate an SEO strategy. Okay, so this is the part where we get that SEO strategy going. So it seems like we're gonna need to sign up to SEMrush. What is the Ahrefs API pricing again? Oh dear
You
God,
can.
this is monthly? Oh, this is the old one. To switch to API v3, contact our
Mhm.
enterprise team. Man, the moment they mention the word enterprise, you know it's gonna have at least three zeros. Enterprise plans, please don't. And oh dear God, annual commitment required. Okay. All right. Ahrefs can,
Tush tush.
yep. Indeed. Tush tush. So SEMrush it is. SEMrush business plan. Let's sign up for a month and hope for the best. Pay annual and say, all right, okay. Maybe when we need annual, we'll consider this. Not right now, though. Thank you. Right. Goodbye, Ahrefs. AI content helper? What does that do? Oh, oh, pretty good. You have to give it the URL. Oh, you don't. Okay, whatever. All right, so let's move that off screen. I think this is a good time to take a toilet break, don't you think?
All right.
It's a good time as any. I mean,
Clog the clogger.
we need to let the body relax, stretch for a bit,
Yeah.
and then
Get brighter ideas.
yeah, hopefully we come back to a more invigorated stream.
That's some harsh term, man.
Invigorated?
Yeah.
You know it. Where?
I should use Anki flashcards.
All right, guys. We'll see you in a couple of minutes. Let's do 4 or 5 minutes, so
All
just so
right.
you have a reference. We'll see you in a bit, guys. Alrighty. I'm just
Was that a clogger?
what no. No, it wasn't. Oh, one sec. Hello? Yes. Oh, where'd you go? We lost them. Oh, you're back. Or you're not back. Yo, you there? Oh, just a sec. Okay. All right. Take your time, man. All right, so we are subscribed to SEMrush, and I think what we need now is access to the API. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Enterprise, no workspaces. Huh. All right. SEMrush API. Let's see. API documentation. Get API. Okay. What? What is this?
Bug.
Does it want
Just had
more
a
money?
call.
Summary. What is this? API, standard API. The cost of requests is measured in units. Units are determined by the type of report delivered. Historical data requires more units than live data. Okay. $1 is equal to roughly 20,000 units. What?
What's this about?
The API. I'm trying to use the API. It's saying I have to buy more. 2 million API unit package. So you're saying standard API I get nothing. What? Wait, let me try the API. So API usage report. We haven't used anything, right?
You signed up already?
Yeah, I did. Okay. So API queries. We don't have any API queries. Oh. I haven't made any. All right. So let's try making some API queries. Let's go ahead and check it out. So we'll need the API key. All right. I'm guessing for this part, I'm going to need to move over to the other side here. How do
Move
we?
to the private part.
Yeah, that's right. So keyword reports, phrase all. Okay. Keyword overview. Oh, okay. So you can provide a regional database. Okay, this is good. This is good. Databases, I'm guessing like you map it to some sort of, where's regional? Regional database. Okay, yeah. So you have a bunch of regions. Oh, they don't have it for all countries? They do. Okay. That's good. Okay, 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 okay. All right, cool, cool. So, so we can do a search. So keyword overview. Wait, man, there was, yeah. So inside here, I think some of them mention SEMrush. Okay, so keyword harvest. Pick one. SEMrush phrase this, or Ahrefs keywords for pages. Okay, so SEMrush phrase this. What is this? Phrase this. Keyword overview. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. 10 API units per line. Whoa, per line. So they said 20,000 is
Good to
$1. So 10 over 20,000. Okay, so it's pretty cheap. So if you get back, like, let's say 50 keywords, that's going to be 2 cents, 2.5 cents. I guess that's okay. That's all right. That's not too bad. It's decent, right? I mean, it's okay. It's manageable. All right, cool. And then you can specify the regional database. All right, so let's go ahead and give this a shot, shall we?
let's go for it.
So we just do columns. Required columns must be separated by commas. Okay, I have no idea what the columns are. Okay, okay. Which are the ones we're interested in? Let's do. That is a weird looking API though. It's like, okay. Phrase this, and then phrase is okay. Export columns. Uh, okay, okay, okay. All right, cool. So we just gotta pick the columns. Does it charge by column? Is that how it works? Columns, required columns. Okay. Uh, all right. So let's click the columns. We need place on the SERP where an ad appeared. Okay, we don't care about that. Estimated budget spent buying keywords. Okay, don't care. Keywords a website is buying in Google Ads. We don't care about any of that. Traffic bought to the. What is this crap? We don't care about any of this. Are there more? Changes in paid competitive density of advertisers. Average price for ads. Why is this? Why is it giving us just the ad stuff? Competition level based on total number of keywords of each domain and the number of keywords the domains have in common.
See.
Huh. Related keywords.
I think, did you check the keyword reports in the analytics? Version 3.
Analytics? What?
Yeah, so it's analytics front slash keyword dash reports.
Uh, yeah.
Analytics,
Oh,
and then yeah, keyword reports. All right, scroll down a little bit.
this one?
There's by region too. Yeah,
Yeah, one
request
database.
parameters.
Yeah, this was the one I was looking at. So you can specify the phrase, and then you
Badge.
set the columns that you want. But then I clicked on column. Oh, there's batch keyword overview. One database. I think this is the one that we want, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, this would be perfect. Batch keyword
and there is
overview.
the paid results below it, but I don't think this is because this is about Google. The one below it, paid results.
Paid results? No.
Yeah,
What's broad match keyword? That or related keywords?
synonyms.
Huh, okay.
This could be good.
Yeah. This is interesting. And then there was also related keywords. Okay. I mean, I think these would be useful tools for the LLM to use. So we can just create similar we can create tools for each of these and then have the LLM decide which of these it wants to use. Although, we need to control spending somehow. Otherwise, it could go out of control. Oh man, we're at the 2 hour mark. I have a contractor. Oh, he's outside. Just give me a sec.
So,
Sorry, man. I'm gonna have to wrap up now,
all right, sure,
and then maybe we can pick this up. I'll ping you. I'll ping you later today. I mean, I'll continue the stream. If you can
sure.
make it, that'd be great.
All right, sure. Let
All
me
right,
know.
man. Adios, guys. See you in the next one. Bye for now.
Take care.